Curly, it may be Monday, but we'll get you in. Okay, because we have a few people that have to go on Monday as well, so you're not won't be the only one. Okay. All righty, here we go.
Okay, so by a show of hands, how many of you have done 50 pull-ups today? I haven't either. But this is only a part of Sam's workout every Saturday. So Sam claims that he's shy, but when it comes to wrestling, he's not shy at all. I talked with him for close to 2 hours, and he talked a lot about wrestling and was very animated the whole time. And during that, our conversation, I learned that he had just come from doing 50 pull-ups, and I was immediately intrigued because I can't even do one. So as we kept talking, the biggest thing I noticed about Sam is not his biceps, but it's the fact that he doesn't give up. So here's a story about how wrestling helped shape Sam and some of the obstacles he had to overcome to do wrestling here at Cal Poly. So when Sam was a little kid, he was actually overweight, and he was bullied a lot because of that and didn't feel like he fit in at school. So when he was 7, he turned to wrestling to find a community and a place that felt like home. So as soon as he started the sport, he fell in love, and he really enjoyed being there. And actually, he called it his home and his safe place. But unfortunately, his wrestling gym ended up having to close because they didn't have enough funding to keep it open. So he persisted and he made sacrifices, and instead of giving up, he continued doing practice at his coach's house. And further, he kept pushing as he started in middle school. He made the decision to wrestle up. So he was wrestling older kids that were in high school when he was in middle school, meaning that he lost some of his matches, but because of that, he was able to improve and continue to get better at wrestling. So eventually, Sam became one of those older kids in high school when he was a freshman, and his success started to become very clear as he won the Freak Show tournament, and an article was written about him that he was one of the top freshmen to look out for. Later that year, he went on to win the league. And throughout high school, he continued this process of getting up at 5 to run and lift before he went to school, which really helped him get better. Unfortunately, his junior year, because of an accusation of illegal recruitment, he actually was benched and wasn't allowed to wrestle. So he didn't let that get him down, and he kept working and improving. And this all built up to his senior year, where he placed 3rd in state. And ironically, Sam wasn't satisfied with this, and he went on to nationals, and he placed 3rd in nationals his senior year. So ultimately, although he had many obstacles in his path, Sam never gave up. And he said something really impactful to me when we were talking. He said, "You're either in it or you're out." And although he meant this in terms of wrestling, we can all relate to this mentality in life, that we have to give it our all in anything that we want to be good at, whether that's learning how to do 1 pull-up or doing 50.